Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today my video is about how I do my planning in my, or I guess I should say memory keeping in my Happy Planner. And how I like to describe this type of memory keeping is life at a glance, or I think that's kind of what I use. Is basically you're able to glance. I guess it's kind of silly when I'm saying it out loud right now. It is kind of late, so it's been a long day. But yeah, life at a glance, that's it. So basically it's taking just everyday things, everyday life, and then putting them into your planner, putting it into the Happy Planner where you can see the visuals by week. And then one of my favorite things to do is at the beginning of each month is decorate the pages to kind of introduce, and then also putting in just kind of current things that are happening during that month. And I'll show you an example. So just real quick, if you've seen other videos that I've done, you can see that I've kind of flipped through these before. Actually, I do have a video on me flipping through this particular planner, but this was back in I think it was 2016 is when I started using the Happy Planner. And basically you can see it's at a glance. So it just kind of has different storylines, also including my day in a life that's put on by Ali Edwards. It basically talks about your day. So I just put the plastic inserts. I never really do my monthly except maybe put birthdays and those kind of things in there. But so I've done a flip through on this particular one. Maybe not necessarily the entire year, but just kind of to show you just different things that I've done. And I want to kind of show something in here. I think it's here you could do a flip out, that kind of thing. So that works too. If you have more, like this was at Christmas, if you have more you want to document, you can put little envelopes in here, ephemera packs, ephemera to, you know, like if you wanted to do like a envelope, or I guess I was talking about like a bag. You could put a bag where you could put items in there. So there is just a lot of possibilities with this planner. Again, this is one that you can pop out like that. And then last year, so this was 2016 into 2017, I used the standard size. And then when I got into 2017 to 2018, I did the bigger one. And actually, to be perfectly honest, I think I really like this size. But I had already bought the smaller size, just like I had kind of said in a video before. But, you know, I basically told myself, you're not going to go and buy another planner. You have this one, use it, make it work. So I'm going to make it work. But I think next year, I will definitely get the bigger one, just because you can. I feel like I'm big into writing, and this just gives you more opportunity to write and fill in, you know, with more fun little items that I know that we all have. Whether you're a scrapbooker or a planner, you have all the paper products and ephemera, and this just gives it more opportunity. Now, going back to saying that I'm not completely consistent, like this particular one, I need to go in and journal, which I'm actually going to be doing an event this next week, the Wandering Planners event in Irving. And so I'm definitely taking this Happy Planner with me, and I hope to be able to fill in all the blank pages, you know, that I need to fill in. And I'm hoping to, I know there's some in here that, this was when we were moving, so life got so stressful for me. I've decided I'm not a good mover, but so I really, really want to spend some time and get this particular memory keeping planner, Happy Planner, completed, because we do enjoy looking at this, my whole entire family, and it does tell our story, because there's been times that we try to remember things, and I used to do Project Life before, but that the albums are so big, you ought to see, I don't have space for them right now, and so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to store them, because I don't want them to get ruined, because there are stories. So anyway, this really, I love this project. I love using the Happy Planner. As you can see, I got photos in for last week, or the prior week, but I haven't put my words in my pretty ephemera. So I was going to actually wait until this week. This week is Valentine's. Today's Valentine's. Happy Valentine's. And so I was going to wait till this week, and because I was like, gosh, nothing exciting happened last week. But then I thought, I developed my pictures. Really and truly, things do happen. Life happens. And I do want to tell you, I'm a big Instagram person. And so if you're not, what I've really have found out for myself, what works is I do my stories. And I mean, sometimes they're just silly stories like going to the mailbox or, you know, I love to just talk about my stories. It's a great way to interact. It's a great way to get to know people and people from all over the world. I've met some really, really great people, and so I love it. And so anyway, but what I found is that by including things in your story, I have them saved to my camera. So when I'm going through, basically my process is that, so say for instance, you're starting on Monday, that weekend or the following Monday, so it would be like this Monday, I would go through my photos and I would print out the week. So that way I'm working like, you know, 1 week, I'm working on last week's. But I notice when I do my stories, you're telling your story through your Instagram, but it's saving on my camera. So a lot of times I'm like, oh, I hardly took any pictures last week. And then I realized, well, yeah, you did. You had your stories. And so that's been really, really cool and been very actually beneficial in an unknowing type way. But so I say, I mean, even if you don't do your stories, I mean, if you don't do Instagram or you don't do Instagram stories, I'm not saying go out and do it. It just really works for me. But I used to be very, very good about grabbing my camera, and this was my big camera. It wasn't my phone, and I would just make sure I clicked a picture every day. 2011, I think, is when I did my first Project Life. I had 2 big binders because I was so committed to the project. I want to be just as committed to this, but on a smaller scale. So anyway, I've been showing some of my pictures on Instagram, and even I talked about it in my planner stack video last week, and I wanted to kind of show you guys really, really and truly my step-by-step. So I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. I may take a couple breaks just to like do my writing and things like that, but I just want to show you pretty much my process. So what I do is I go on my camera on that Monday, and I go into, and there's several different apps out there. I've showed this before. If you want a more detailed one, I basically go to, there's several apps out there. So I just pick A Beautiful Mess. I love this app, so I've used it quite a bit. I use their collage. So there's a lot of collage pics, different type of places you can do this at. So basically I go in and I pull in my four squares, and they make these 2x2 little pictures, because most of my pictures I take on my camera are 4x4, are square, because that's typically how I develop them anyway. Even if I do a full picture, it's a 4x4. I just like that size, and so that's typically what I do. So I'll just go in here and I'll click on here, and it's going to pull up your camera roll. And so I'll just pick this one of my cat that I put a crown on him, and he looks like he is not a happy cat because of the crowd. So, and then basically you just fill it up with your week. And so then once you have all your pictures, you save it, and it saves it to your camera roll. Then when you go to develop your pictures, I develop all my pictures at Walgreens. It just really works for me. They actually are super, super nice here in my little town. Well, actually not my little town, but a town that I pick them up and they know, oh, they already know me when I walk up to the counter. They're really, really great to work with, and I never have any problems with the development, which I'm very thankful for. So, and that's it. So when I get them, I get my little, and I do this all on my phone. So I could be sitting like, I don't want to say I'm on my phone in traffic, but I have been known to do this in traffic. You know, if you live in Austin, you know there's lots of traffic. But and then I go in and I develop my pictures, and then on my way home I can pick them up. So that's been a great convenience for me, and I really like that idea. So I've been doing this for years. Just kind of wanted to, you can definitely send them off and get them printed. It's entirely up to you, but that's just the technique that I use. So getting started, what I do is when I'm ready to, and this is what's kind of beneficial. I know that I have a ton of pictures on my phone, but what's nice is I just go in here to my photos and I will scroll down to, whoa, I'm in August. How did that happen? I'll scroll down to, sorry, I thought I was where I needed to be. Okay, I'll scroll down. I'm in February 4th, and my phone will put me into February 4th eventually. That's Tuesday. Here we go. And then I can look at the pictures I developed, and this is pretty much what I do. So I'm looking at February 4th, and I don't really see that anything happened that I documented on February. I did document some stuff, but it's mostly for sharing things. So then I go into February 5th, and then I know I saw that in here. It was part of my story of me mailing out things. So I'm going to just take this out and clip that in here. And actually what I typically do, I'm kind of missing a step here, but I'll kind of go talk about that. So I just start placing these because really I kind of go in here and get a theme going for my layout, but since it's so close to Valentine's, I'm going to do all Valentine. I got my little Valentine stack over here that I've had sitting on my desk for a while, and so excuse me, I'm just going to be using them. So yeah, so I just basically go in here and pick out the pictures. I had a friend of mine, she had this cutest little pig. It became a GIF, a GIF, and so of course I had to post it. I was like, oh, that's so cute, and that's exciting for them. And then this particular, let's see, what's the next one? Then you got, that's February 6th. So as you can see, I'm not necessarily, what ideally you could do if you had 3 pictures, so you had morning, afternoon, and evening, you could make them all kind of fit, sort of, kind of. You could trim it down, but again, these are 2 by 2. They're not going to fit into this square little picture, but since I don't do necessarily daily now, that's when I start getting kind of crunched, when I have a lot of pictures in another event, and as I mentioned before, you can do a fold out or something like that. But so I just kind of go through, because you're really just I'm telling my story, so I'm just going to line those up. We're getting into February 7th. Let's see, is there anything? Oh, that's the card. My dad, he's so funny. He sends cards to all the grandkids, and he fills them up with stickers. All that is stickers on that card, on the cover of the card. And so he's done that for years, and so I want to document that story. And then it was got really cold, and so I can just start just kind of looking at what I have. Now, there's been times that I've had too many pictures, and then I kind of say, is that necessary? Oh, that's when it's sleeted that day. That's right. We didn't know what was going on here. It's usually when it sleets like that, everything closes down here in Texas, Central Texas at least. But it wasn't sticking because it wasn't cold enough, so definitely I'm going to do that. I took a screenshot of the weather. And believe it or not, I do look back at the weather. I know that sounds funny, but when it's hot here, I like to look back and say, oh, it's coming soon. The first cold front happens at the end of October, and it's something I can look forward to. So here is the next Friday night. My daughter's been hooked on Heartland. And so see, the cat may have to go because I'm running out of room here. That's why I really like the larger one, because it just allows more room. So, and I can put him, I have also do a regular journal, so I can always include him in my other journal if I need to. We did cookie cells. My husband was mowing in his coveralls. I thought that was, he's an outdoorsman, so he has to get outside. And then, let's see here. Sunday, we did another cookie booth. In the freezing cold. I thought I saw that picture somewhere. Maybe that's one that I used. I think I used that in my other journal. So I'm going to leave this area right here blank because that's going to be, I don't have the picture. I think that's probably why I was like, oh, we'll just wait till next week. But then I was like, no, just get on and do this week. Okay. So that's okay. I was actually filling out my other journal too. And I thought I think I put it in there because I was talking about it being so cold. So, it's okay. So my next step is, just flip through here real quick just to make sure. Okay, so my next step is to start decorating. So as you can see, I don't have a picture for every day, but I have pretty much, again, this is your life at a glance. So not every day is going to fit in there. So the next thing I do is, since I'm going to be doing this for as a Valentine's theme, I kind of pulled some papers over here that I can use. Now, what I like to do, I'm going to pull these off just real quick. Kind of place them down here. What I like to do is actually use, I cover up this over here. And one of the reasons I do that is because to me it's kind of like doing your little scrapbooking bit. You know, you're using pretty papers. I love papers. But I'm also being able to, because this isn't really used as a planner, so I'm going to do this. This is pretty. Let's just go ahead and pull these pages out. Isn't that what's fun about the Happy Planner? You can just kind of pull the pages out and work and then put them back in. It gives you a flat surface. So I'm going to come in here. Basically what I do is I just take glue and I cover this up. And again, this isn't, if you if you don't want to cover this area up, that's up to you. You could write notes over here of stories or something that you want to tell. But I just like to use it for when I get to use my pretty papers. And I just, it also gives you room for me if you have, say for instance, if you have more pictures that you want to add, that gives you an opportunity to be able to use those pictures over on that extra space since you're covering it up with your paper. So I just kind of trim that down. And then you can also come in here and add some washi tape. I like to do that as well. Now I know I'm speaking to the choir here when I talk about washi, because I know we all have our lovely washi that we love. And how I kind of do mine is I put the kind that I use all the time. Like, I know this heart is considered kind of, you could say, oh, it's Valentine's, but I use hearts all the time. Oh, there's my other scissors. So I would consider this one of my everyday washis, and that's what I keep in this little bag. And this bag is really cute, you guys. I bought it at a convenience store, actually. And it has glitter in it, and it has Shine Bright. And it's so cute. And it holds a ton of washi. So that's kind of what I'll coordinate. I'll move those around as, like, especially seasonal. If you're if you like to have like all your Christmas ones in there or anything like that. That's perfect for doing some switching. Now a lot of times I'll come in here and cover this little area up down here, but I actually think it looks kind of cute. It's kind of got, looks like some little sparkles. Oh, I got glue right there. It kind of looks like some glitter, so I'm going to keep that on there. Now what I do is I just kind of, like, I'll start with this page, and I'll just kind of come in here and line it up, get an idea where I'm going to put things. I am missing my Happy Puncher. I really do think it's out in the garage somewhere because, you know, we moved and I'm still unpacking. It's never ending. But I think it's out there. So I haven't found it yet, but a lot of times this is another opportunity to cover that up with some washi or some pretty paper, and then you could punch it out and then cover that up, which I love doing that as well. But since I haven't been able to find my punch, I haven't been able to do it. So basically I just kind of come in here and add just some coloring. You know, it's just like you're doing some scrapbooking here and there, just getting some colors in there. Since I'm doing really with the pink theme, you know, I'm just kind of pulling some things here and there. And I'm really wanting to use these die cuts up. They were in the Valentine kit that I just had, and so I really want to be able to use all these because a lot of them do say, you know, they can still be used, but a lot of them are really Valentine themed. So we're going to go with that so far. Put that over here, and then I'm just going to kind of come in here like I was kind of replace these just so I can get an idea. I love these little framed ones. They're super fun for you want to keep in mind that you're going to be needing space to write when you're putting all your stuff on here. And then right here, leaving it blank. So, you know what? I'm going to cover up this. You know what? I may take this out. This was one of the ones I did, and this is something that, to me, you're not really wasting this. I can always use it, like I said, in my other journal. But if you don't keep another journal, I'm only paying for the square, and I don't know how much they are, to be honest with you. They're not. I mean, I go and if I pick up a week's worth, it's like $2, so they're not that expensive. So I don't feel like if I don't use that, I'm not wasting it. I would much rather have too many photos than not enough, because I've done that where which you can still fix it up and put lots of pretty ephemera and washi tape and things like that. But again, I'd rather, just like now, I feel like I can't quite get the page done until I get that one picture developed, which I know I got it developed, but I think I might have gotten the large one and put it in my journal. So, which is okay. Just kind of adding some backgrounds to my, I had some farm, this is another little thing that I keep. It's a little vintage, I love this vintage container. It reminds me of my grandmother. I think my mom might have had some or something like that, but I have lots of cute die cuts from the Happy Marigold, and so I bought her little farm kit, and I always am looking through here to use it in my journals. Like this little rooster, he's cute. And just, now I'm in the process of getting a little bit more organized because I'm messy. Look at this. This is stuff that like has a lot of Valentine stuff. It has the January kit in there and those kind of things. But I want to kind of get it more organized in sleeves. so I'm not constantly digging, which I know you paper crafters out there understand the digging concept. So I'm just, and again, I use glue. You can use whatever you're used to using for adhesive. This is another one of those little pretty ephemera pieces I got from the Happy Marigold. She's got some really cute little paper crafting kits and journaling kits and Bible journaling stuff for your planner. It's, you know, to me, all that can be used whatever, in whatever type of paper crafting, journaling, things that you do. Now I use on my pictures, because I'm so messy with my glue, I do use a roller, a tape roller. And then because I get glue on my hands all the time, and I don't like it when it gets on the pictures. And actually this rooster works out perfectly, because that morning it was so quiet, but I did hear the rooster crow every once in a while. So we're going to be getting chickens too. I don't know if we'll be getting a rooster. I don't really think we want a rooster, but I don't know. Sometimes I think you get kind of stuck with one. Okay. So I do have some artist little swashy somewhere. So I'm kind of done with that one. We're going to move over into this one and just basically do the same process. So I'm just going to glue this down and put my pictures in. Oh, and you know what else? I don't have my sticker book, but what I'm going to do is after I put all these down, I'm going to pause the camera and I'm going to journal, but I'm going to show you, got a little off board there. I'm going to show you this really cool stickers I got from the Happy Planner, and I use them all the time to cover these up. You don't have to. I know that I also, in the kits that I sell, I have little numbers too. I don't know if they would work on here, but I do like to cover these up. Just they can match what you're doing, you know, match whatever your theme of the week is, and then that way it makes it all pretty matchy match. I'll kind of put that in there. And you know I love junk journaling, so you can even add like some, that's what I kind of want to do with my my business planner, is to make it into like a junk journal. I know it's like, this is Friday. I know, I just know that it would, I love that concept. And so, you know what I also have somewhere? I'll get that too. And I'll come back, because I have a little buggy that I keep in the dining area that has all my stuff too, because most of the time I don't want to be in my art room whenever it's family time, so I have my little created little little buggy in there, little 3-tier shelving thing, and then I can craft and create and document and journal and all the things I love to do, but still be part of with my family. If I do that, it's not going to make, which that's okay if it doesn't come out as a heart. Okay. Alright, so my next step is to journal. And of course I'm not finished adding all the bits and pieces, but you got the concept down of how I add the pictures on the page. And I will be right back. Okay, you guys, so while I was out, I did find my other picture that I was looking for, so I was able to place that in there, and then I was able to come in here and write out just a couple sentences here and there to talk about the pictures. So my next step is I'm not into white spaces at all. And so this is where I come in and I put my stickers and I put some markers. And I wanted to show you real quick my sticker kind of idea that I've been doing. And that is, I saw this little mail one. These are by Mommy Lay. And so I wanted to show you, I wanted to put that mail one on here. But for the numbers, I put this binder and I put all my happy planner stickers in here, and I still have a few more that I'm going to fill up, but I'm going to be going on that planning event, and I want to take all of them with me, and this has been actually very handy. Now, that might bother some that they stick out above, and I probably could come in here and cut them off, but this was something I did really quickly one evening, and it really has been handy. And what I wanted to show y'all was these are the stickers that came in one of the happy, it was one of the sticker packs, and it has all the numbers in there. So what I've been doing is using these to cover up these. So right now we're in 4. Let's see if this is going to cover it up. Yeah, perfect. So I'm just going to use these and cover those numbers up. And doesn't it make it look just a little bit more cuter, and kind of goes with the theme of the page too? And these are all for hearts for the month of February, and not necessarily that you have to use the hearts, but I did for January. I used the little snowflakes, so I think it really kind of turned out really cute. The tin is a little bit fat, but it still covers it up okay. So there's that. And then I come back in here. I really like this idea. I thought I had like a little band. I'll definitely look for one that can go around it, so it doesn't. Oh, there's a grate. I was hoping I knew I had some art stickers somewhere. I bought the teacher pack because I loved having all the pencils and art supplies and stuff. I wanted to put that down there since my friends are artists. I can put that as a symbol. And so yeah, just kind of go through here my sticker books, and I had some really like, oh, you know what, I might have something at the front here. Let me see if I can get this in there. I know I have this huge desk, and it's so cluttered with art supplies and my lighting and stuff like that. I find myself struggling to make room on here. But I was going to see, this is more or less a bucket list. I do like that mail. That's cute. I could put that on here. I was going to put the one from Mommy Lay, but I'm going to put it on my mailbox here. Like that. And then here's a snowflake. And I know I have a ton of snowflakes somewhere, but... And so I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to come in here and just kind of fill in the pictures here. So that's what's fun about a lot of these is you have I love all these little stickers by the Happy Planner to fill in the places here. So let me go look over here, and then I wanted to show you guys one more little kind of trick what I have. Well, I don't know if it's a trick, but I found this also when I was cleaning up, and that's kind of how I put my die cuts, and I'm thinking this may be the trick. But these are some old ones that I've had for a long, long time. And I've even kept, like, who they were from. Actually, just to see what was in the whole stack. But these were great. So... going to put that little pink house up there. So yeah, so I'm thinking about doing my die cuts. I would love to hear how you guys, I think I've asked that on Instagram, but I'd love to hear how you guys keep organized, because to me, it's a constant battle to keep organized, and because I want to use all my product stuff to its complete fulfillment. That tree looks kind of, the house looks kind of strange. I think I'm going to use some of her Mommy Lay stickers instead. The house is just a little too, I don't know, like symmetrical. Is that what the word I'm looking for? Not as too straight lined. And I want it to be all pretty and floral. Even though it's cold and wintry this day. Yeah, put a flower on it. There. Now, what I was thinking about doing too while I was journaling is I like to add paint and things like that. So I think I might, if you guys are interested, come back on and show a couple of ways that I like to really just, I know a lot of people out there love to, I like to add paint to everything. I love paint, I love using acrylics, I love using watercolor. And so it just kind of helps with adding, and it's just fun, you know, just to be able to add different elements to pages. I was going to see, I just saw this green line. I like those long stickers. But just kind of add different media to pages. I'm going to put this in here. Like that. And so yeah, that's pretty much, I don't particularly like white spaces. Another thing I will do, I like to make it look pretty. I will come in here with my markers. Oh, I brought those in here. And now I've used all different kind, like I love these. I think I've shown these to you guys before. These Saber Castle. These are great on canvases too for especially because I'm doing more of a pink. I don't know if I have my pink. I've kind of used these up quite a bit. This is more like shell color, scarlet red it says. Let's see what it looks like. So right here I might just kind of split up the days. Probably put a piece of washi in there, or like I like getting the Crayola ones, and then you know you can even kind of put a little heart, do a little swirl, put another heart. Those markers are really moist coming through here. So that could be something you could do too. Kind of looks a little strange. I mean, there's just different ways to, and not everybody, you may be like, okay, that's enough stuff on that page. And you're probably right. But I just, again, like I said, it's kind of fun just being able to add different things. So and I think it makes it look a little, like that rooster, I feel like it needs something around it. Could do just like a little line. Okay. Sometimes it's, you know, I just kind of play around until I feel like, and again, this could be part where you put washi too. Washi's such a fun. Looks very artsy now. All the different colors. Okay, I'm kind of happy with this one. Let me look over here to this one. Oops. And you know, more stickers, right? We always love our stickers. Let's get over here and see what else she has. I was thinking about putting like some little hearts. Oh, perfect. Here we go. Or some little stars. Several hearts. You never have enough hearts. Hearts and stars are my favorite. And the other thing too, I think that's fun, is when you really start getting into the pages, you get to be more creative. Like, say for instance, if you wanted to do just a page that was just completely black and white, no colors, you could definitely do that. It's just really endless possibilities. I love Mommy Lay. These stickers are really cute. I've used these quite a bit. I'll keep that one out because that one's like more for my business journal. I think I'm going to tie in down here. That just seemed like it was kind of too empty down there. And then I could get my one marker. Oh, well, let me show you what else I like to do. I like to come in here and add sparkles. And I was hoping I have my blue one handy. You guys, I love these Sparkle Pop pens. I don't see my blue one, but I think purple will work. I don't have a blue. There's silver. Silver could be good too. I also, oops, I took the lid off that one. I also use these. These are the Jelly Roll. They work really good too. But what, and I've read some reviews on the Sparkle Pop where they said, oh, they run out of ink, but I've had these quite a bit, and I guess if you're using them quite a whole lot, then yeah, I could see it. But I tell you what, they really add a lot of sparkle to the page. I don't know if you can see that, but it's fun. I love this. I love these. And just a tip, I know I added the pink to, what kit was that? Can't remember the kit that I had the pink in, but it completely sold out. I can't remember which one it was. But what's nice about the pens, I mean, if you go on to Blick Art, B-L-I-C-K Art, they will sell you individual ones. You can sell the whole, you can buy the whole one, or you can buy individual ones. So if you, say for instance, if you use the silver or the gold, like I use the heck out of the gold, but if you use the silver more and you run out of ink, like I really am going to go buy me another pink one because mine's almost out. But you don't have to buy, because I know these come like in a kit usually. Like if you go to the supply, like Staples or your office supply store, then you have to buy, like, they don't sell them individually, but on Blick Art they do. Okay, I'm going to call this done. I'm just going to add a little sparkle over here just so this page can have some sparkle too. And then we're going to wrap it up. Like I said, you could go crazy just adding different things, but I like that. I like adding different elements to your page. So let's put it in our book. And looky there, we've got a whole week documented. Life at a glance. I love this. It makes it so much easier. Clean off my space a little bit so you can see it full view. What do you guys think? Easy enough? If you love to document your everyday, I recommend this. This is something that I've been able to keep up with, and it's enjoyable, and my family loves to look at it, and I do too, so it's a win-win. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.